Hi, this is Den Bradshaw, and today I'll be going over the Psychic Sales Letter software with you. If you've already downloaded the software, you'll have an icon just like this on your desktop, and if you double-click on this icon, you may get a security warning. Just go ahead and click through it. The software is perfectly safe to use. I have it on my home computer. Go ahead and click through all the different prompts, and it will install the software. It doesn't take very long for it to install. And once the software is installed, you're going to see an icon appear on your desktop that says Psychic Sales Letter, and it has a little picture of a crystal ball. And that will look just like this. Once that's done, you can go ahead and double-click that, and it'll start loading the software. And the software is going to come up. I'm going to resize this so you can see. And it's going to look something like this. Now, before we dig into the interface here and start discussing the features, let me explain what the software is designed to do. This software will allow you to create a survey or multi-question quiz that you can give your customers or subscribers. As an example, I'm going to take you to a website called getgorgeousnow.com. This site was built using the Psychic Sales Letter software. And what you'll see is we have a landing page here with some different these aren't even questions, these are just sort of options, and you have the option, I'll show you later, to select whether it's a checkbox or a drop-down box. This is a drop-down box. These are checkboxes. And you have the ability to create these questions, present them to your customers, and then based on how they answer, so I'm going to answer some of these questions here. Click Submit to get my free makeover. And the next page we see, we have a little loading image here, and then the results of this are a page that gives me a custom analysis based on the questions I asked, and truly this is a sales page. This page will sort of give you the opportunity to build a sales letter based on the answers that your customers give you to any quiz that you create. So let's dig into the software. If I click Create New, the first thing that you'll see on this page, you'll see there's a navigation up at the top underneath where it says Psychic Sales Letter Software. And there are 5 different sections to this software. You have your templates and images, where you select the look of your page that you're going to create, and you can also upload different images to use on the page. The introduction, this is the introduction to your survey. Questions and answers, this is where you're going to put in the questions and answers to the little survey that you're going to create. Analysis is what your analysis is of the answer they give you. So say your question is, do you like dogs or cats? And then your answers are A, I like dogs, B, I like cats, C, I like both. If they answer A, I like dogs, you could put something like, hey, I see you like dogs, you may want to take a look at my dog products, blah, blah, blah. If they say cats, you could say, hey, I see you like cats, take a look at my cat products. If they like cats and dogs, you could say, hey, I see that you like cats and dogs, go to this site that I've set up just for cat and dog lovers like you. The idea is you can custom tailor the response that they get to what their answers are to the quiz. And the final section is publishing and statistics. So to start off, we're going to start with templates and images. As you see, there are several different templates you can choose from. There's a blue page, a brown and blue page, and a red page. I'm going to select the red page. There's an option to select a product image. Now I have some images that I'm ready to use, so I'm going to click the Browse button. I have a picture of my product, which looks like this, and I'm going to select that. The Buy Now button, this is a little feature we have here. You can either browse to an image of a Buy Now button, which I do have a custom image here that I can use, or if you don't have that, you can simply leave this blank and enter in whatever text you want. So you could say, analyze me now. When the actual survey is created, it'll create a button that says whatever you put there. Now I'm going to use my custom image, and the final aspect here is the link. Now when they click on your button, you can tell it where to go. It may go to a shopping cart, may go to a sales letter for a specific product, you can specify that link here. So I'm just going to type in mywebsite.com here. You click to go to the next step, and the next page loads up. And this is where you type in all the information that will appear at the top and bottom of the page that's going to have your survey. So as we saw on Get Gorgeous Now, there's information above the survey and information down here below the survey. And what you're looking at there is actually a survey intro, which is right here, and a survey footer. This is what goes above and below your survey. So you can type in anything here. Hey, welcome to my survey. I hope you enjoy it. Just going to show you how this works. I can click Insert Photo, and it'll put in the picture of my product. And there it is. So if I wanted that on the front page, I could put that in there. I could also insert the button, and it'll insert the button right here on the page. This is the footer. You can put something like your email address will be strictly confidential, thanks for taking my survey, whatever you want to appear at the bottom of the page below your questions and answers, you type right here. Something else I'd like you to notice on this page is that there's a page title, headline, subtitle, and then you have the option of selecting radio buttons or drop-down box. Now I mentioned earlier the difference between radio buttons, which look like this, and drop-down boxes, which look like this. Drop-down boxes are good for short answers, but answers that have many different answers, like all these different options here, which would be hard to do with lots of different radio buttons. It would take up a lot of screen space. Radio buttons are good for longer answers, so big blocks of text. When you see this page title, the page title actually shows up here, Beauty Tips by Sarah Jane. Whatever you type in page title is going to show up right up here at the top of the window. When you type in headline, that is what is going to show up here at the top of the page. And subtitle would actually show up below this. Now this page doesn't have a subtitle, but if it did, it would show up in a smaller font right below the title in a bold. So now that we've looked at this, I'm going to actually start us over, believe it or not, and you can do this at any time by simply clicking right here on the magic crystal ball, and it'll start back at this little landing page where you have create new or edit existing. I'm going to click on edit existing, and already the survey that we're just working on has already been saved. This software saves every time that you move from one section to another, so it's a handy feature in case you close it by accident. And what I'm going to actually show you is the survey that was used to create the Get Gorgeous Now page. So I'm going to click on this, and you'll see that as the blue landing page is selected here, there's some code in the link here to take them to an ebook page. And on the Buy Now button text, I have next page, before and afters. And I can either click go to the next step or click introduction. And what you see is Beauty Tips by Sarah Jane, which is what you see at the top of the page here. You're about to learn beauty secrets that most women will never know, which is also what you see right here in the title. And you see all this here. Inside you'll discover all these bullet points. You see this here, and bullets can always be added right here. There's option for bullet points. All the different normal formatting options that you'll find in Microsoft Word or any of the different editing programs are all available right here. And you can insert your photo or button by clicking these buttons, as I mentioned earlier. So you see all this is built right here, and you can add HTML. This was actually added by typing some HTML in here, and the HTML is pretty easy to edit if you know HTML. You just click this button and you'll have all the HTML right there. You click update and it'll be saved. And you can do this in any of the sections. Here's the bottom section here. You see her picture and the block of text here, and that's all right here. We go on to the next step, and now we can look at the questions and answers. We have height, and then I have many different potential answers, and those answers, as you can see, there are a lot of different combinations here. So we have height, we have weight, So under 100 pounds, 101 to 115, 115 to 125. Now what you'll see is, as well as the potential answers, we have the analysis. So if I click Edit Analysis, a little window pops up. If the person selects this answer, this is what will show up in the sales page that is generated by the answers to the quiz. So whatever answer they give, there will be an analysis that you type in, and that's what will be put on the sales page. So you type in the different analysis, and when it looks the way you want it, you can do all the different formatting options here. As you can see, you can italicize, you can change colors, you can do all sorts of stuff to make this look however you want it to look. And when it looks the way you want, you click Save Analysis, and it will save that. And if you do something you didn't mean to do, like say I delete this, you just hit Control-Z and it will undo, which is a common thing in most programs. So it's a nice feature to have in here. So you'll see all the different questions that are on this page have been put in here. So what you want to do is write up your survey, write up your questions, your different answers, and then what your response would be to your customer or your prospective customer if they answered each of these different questions. What is it that you want to tell them? What's the product you want to sell? When we go to the next step, this will all be saved. The next page that comes up is the Edit Analysis page. Now, as you saw when we looked at the Get Gorgeous Now page, once you take the survey and you submit it to get your results, a page comes up, and that page has the results with this sales letter. So what we see here is name. Here's your customized free makeover profile. Well, it used my name because I typed in my name. So what I'm trying to tell you is if you use this little, we call this a tag, which is bracket, name, and end bracket, it will take whatever they put in the name field and plug it here on the next page. So it's a nice feature. And you can put this anywhere. You see it's not just in the title, it's also here, name, also shows up here. Hi Dan, here's your personalized beauty tips, blah 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 blah. This is a really easy feature, and it's a great way to make the sales letter that they get very customized. Now you can also decide whether you want to display the questions and answers, in which case before each of these sections you would say the question, what's your height, answer 5'10", and then analysis. If you don't want it to say that and you want it to be just the analysis only and make it really look like it's just a letter to them, which is how this is set up, you just tell it to hide the question and answers, and then they will only see the analysis. And again, here's the footer, and again the footer shows up down here at the very bottom, and you can see this right here. There's a little animated image that we've put in, and that would be this right here. So this is what goes above and below the results of their analysis. So you can sort of prep them for what you're going to tell them. Say, hey, thanks for taking the survey. Here's my analysis of what your answers were. And then, boom, all the analysis that you've written up in your questions and answers will get put in there. There's also a really nice little feature here at the bottom of the page, integrate email service provider. Now, when people put in their name and email address right here, you probably want to store that information so that you can then later communicate with them, make use of this email address and name. It's called an email service provider. It's a list provider where they will store these names and email addresses and allow you to broadcast and send autoresponders to the people who sign up. Well, there's a company that we've integrated with this software. You certainly don't have to use them, but if you don't know HTML and some different programming, you can just use this provider, and there's no integration that you have to do. It's automatic. So all you do is you go to Get Response, and you can click this link right here, and it'll take you to their website, and you can sign up for an account with Get Response right there. So when you click that, you can sign up for an account. When you sign up for an account, you'll get a Get Response list name, and all you do is you just type that in. Once that's typed in, anytime someone types in their name and email address, clicks the button to submit it, that will get stored in your list and you'll be able to email them directly. And there's all sorts of great instructions on the GetResponse website. Again, you don't have to use GetResponse. You're free to use any company you want. The only thing is you'll have to go into the HTML code of the survey that gets put out in the sales letter and actually integrate it yourself or have a programmer integrate it. Once that's done, you click Go to the next step, and now you're ready to publish your survey. So you can do this a couple of different ways. You can save it to your computer. You just click this button and it'll give you a prompt and you can just tell it where to save it. And this whole thing is saved as one file. So it's very easy to use. You can name the file right here. So I can name it My New Sales Letter. And then you can upload it to a different website and have it go live. So if you have a website and you have your hosting FTP information, you just click Add FTP Location here and you enter in that information and you'll get this from your host. So server, username, password, and the folder you want it to go to. Click Add the Location and this will be added to this little section right here. And when you're ready to upload it, you just click Upload. It will tell you that it uploaded OK in green. If it doesn't, it'll give you a little message to let you know that it didn't upload okay. And at that point, it's ready to go. You can go and take a look at it and see how it looks. With this software, you can also get statistics from your survey. It'll store the information on your website. And you can look at what the responses are from your users. Since I just uploaded this, there are no stats because we don't have anyone going to it. But you just click this and it'll pull the information from the site. Right now, as I said, there's no file found. But there's a extra little bonus we threw in there. And I'd like to mention, and this is beta software. It's something that we're providing to you just as sort of a thank you. As such, because we're not a software company, we're not going to be providing support for the software. But it's been tested out on a lot of different systems, and we hope that you enjoy it.